Today we're going to take a look at how SolidWorks can help your organization design better products faster than ever before. The design we're looking at is the HG365, containing 6,500 components. Designed and manufactured by the Vermeer Corporation, this particular piece of equipment is used for the removal of storm debris. And like SolidWorks, can easily handle even the largest tasks, grinding trees up to 500 millimeters in diameter. We're going to take a look at the engine that drives this machinery, as it's not quite finished and needs to have some components added to accommodate an alternator. Here, we've started with the simple two-dimensional layout. This helps us quickly understand the design very early on. We can evaluate the entire range of motion before we've even created any three-dimension components. Using this layout, we'll start our bracket design. The sketch already contains the basics. Building on this is entirely easy with SolidWorks' intuitive interface, bringing the tools needed for the current task right to the cursor, thus eliminating the need for new and experienced users alike to spend time trying to find the right toolset for this task. SolidWorks also aids us in creating any of the geometry by snapping the geometry together and creating intelligent relationships, capturing the true design intent. SolidWorks also has tools to assist in automatically creating all of the dimension and relationships that make this part manufacturable. From here, all we need to do to bring our part to life is simply drag and drop the profile to the desired thickness. On screen, the scale allows us to precisely capture the appropriate thickness for our part. Working in SolidWorks, we can quickly discover areas of our designs that need refinement, eliminating design errors such as interference between components. Making the changes easy with Instant 3D. Avoiding costly mistakes is as simple as drag and drop. Values can also be changed on the fly, giving us instant feedback and the confidence that our parts will fit correctly. Material selection is also critical to this part of design. SolidWorks makes this task simple with an in-context list of company standards. Further refinement of the part can be easily done within its own window, allowing us to focus on this specific design task. Here, we need to add features such as removing material from the center of the part to eliminate some valuable weight. We can see again that the interface practically guides us through the process via the in-context menus and feature highlighting. To add features to the design, like before, we use Instant 3D's intuitive drag and drop on-screen scale to create these bosses at the correct length. Notice throughout the design process, we use familiar two-dimensional design tools. The only difference is that dragging these shapes makes them three-dimensional. This allows us to focus on the design, not the CAD tool itself. Creating features should never be a guessing game either, and SolidWorks always presents previews of the features before they're created, ensuring we're creating what we want. An example of this would be adding some fillets to the design. We simply select the appropriate edge of the part and give it a radius. If repetitively creating similar features is in order, SolidWorks allows standard Windows conventions such as Control-Drag as well as copy and paste. Any differences can be made on the fly again with Instant 3D. Not every part of a quality design will be visible or geometric. Sometimes we need to understand how strong our parts are. With integrated simulation tools, SolidWorks pushes the envelope in cutting-edge design. All we need to do is tell SolidWorks a few pieces of information about the suspect part, and SolidWorks can look at a variety of scenarios. In this example, we want to make sure that the part will be able to withstand the tension of the engine turning the belt and pulling on the alternator. Once SolidWorks knows this, the results are easy to interpret. SolidWorks points out these high-stress areas, and with an animation, we can look at how the part will deform under extreme circumstances. Accommodating the change is easy as well. In this scenario, we will look at a new material to solve our problem. With a quick update, SolidWorks simulation lets us know that this design will withstand the loads we've applied. Getting a quick validation of our design is another way that SolidWorks helps us design better products. The last thing we need to do to finish this design is create a belt to drive the entire mechanical system. This can be a very complicated process in that there are several ratios, sizes, and lengths to think about. SolidWorks tackles complex mechanical systems like this with powerful tools made for specific tasks. An example of this is the belt and chain drive. Just select the pulleys or gears, and SolidWorks creates the proper belt for you. We can take it a step further and use this not only to create our belt part, but to also drive the entire mechanism. In this way, we can see the actual design as it would function in the real world. This, like most of the other tools we've seen, really allows us to design and engineer and not worry about how to use the tool. This equals better designs with less time invested. Documenting very large assemblies can be daunting and downright scary with most tools. With SolidWorks, we can proceed knowing that this is the industry leader in performance. SolidWorks allows large drawings to not only be created accurately, but also extremely fast. Now before, we picked the views one at a time. In this case, we'll place them all and change one of them to show the assembly in an exploded state. Tasks that are filled with possibilities for errors in most tools are made simple in SolidWorks. Like this bill of material. All of this information, including description, material, and quantity, are pulled right from the assembly. This carries on through to the balloons as well. In fact, all annotations are accommodated quickly and efficiently. This allows the engineer, like before, to get the documentation completed to allow for a fast, on-time delivery. At the end of the day, that's what's important, designing a quality product and getting it out the door. With tools like SolidWorks, we can eliminate bottlenecks in the design process, which allows engineers to do what they do best: engineer new designs.